why are we looking at this?
Well, first of all, this was a lot of work. And then I realized I didn't know what to do next.
It's almost like there's a channel she could have watched. I'm standing in the backyard of a member of the Epic gardening team, Tori, who's awesome and does amazing work at Epic, but also has a raised bed that she hasn't filled for 2 years. So I got the garden boys together. We told her we'd give her a garden in a day and we'd check in 30 days to see if she can keep it alive. This is the Epic Garden Makeover, brought to you by Gorilla. And here she is with this beautiful garden.
Wow, you're growing a lot in here, huh?
It's working.
I don't see any soil, so I'm curious what's been growing. But talk to me about Tori. You've been at Epic for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we looking at this?
Well, first of all, this was a lot of work. And then I got it set up, and then I realized I didn't know what to do next.
Okay.
And I knew that you're supposed to kind of fill it halfway with maybe some wood.
Yeah.
And that's where I got stuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know where to get the wood.
It's almost like there's a channel she could have watched
I did.
to teach her everything about this. But that's okay. We're here. Jacques and I are here. Paul will be here soon. Jacques, why don't we run her through the plan that we've kind of cooked up?
Yeah, so this is your main area that you hang out in, right?
Yes.
This is like your primary backyard zone.
Yes.
And so you obviously put a bed here with intentions of this being where the garden goes.
Correct.
Okay, so this is basically what we're working with. We have this back strip off the grass.
Yeah.
It's up against the fence. It looks like it'll probably start getting sun pretty much all day after like 10.
Because this is east and this is west for you,
Yes.
which means the sun's going to pass over this arc.
Correct.
So you'll get like mid-morning to late noon sun, I would
Yeah,
say.
and where you are, it's quite warm. You're more inland, so that's actually kind of nice because you'll get a little bit more shade buffer. So we're probably gonna not even use this bed.
Fair.
So just to make your life easy, I think we're gonna go with short beds all the way across.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm looking at this whole space, I think right behind you, that's a good candidate for a bed.
Okay.
It's a little bit of an uneven slope, but a little bit of shovel work. We'll get one bed in there, maybe like a 3x6 foot bed. And then you already cleared that spot, which is great.
Sure did.
So we could do another 3x6 bed there. As we're working our way down, you have a couple of plants here that we're obviously gonna keep.
Yeah.
First off that I
Beautiful
see
rose.
is this rose.
Thank
It
you.
looks great.
She looks.
It looks healthy.
Yep.
Looks really good.
Yeah,
Thank
does
you.
it
Open space
smell
here,
test?
though. It needs to open. It's light.
All right,
it's
all
light.
right.
Maybe
Okay.
it's one of those, faint fragrances.
We won't blame you on that
It's
one.
beautiful.
It is beautiful. And then right here we have another perfect little spot, and we'll put a smaller bed maybe in here, like a 3x4. And if we look at this beautiful, gigantic lemon tree, I thought it was like a grapefruit at first.
Nope.
Like that's
lemon.
crazy.
Monster lemon tree. Tori, is this going to be kind of like a dispersed backyard garden
Yep.
instead of like a vegetable garden that's like perfectly spaced, all crammed in one area, which is also fine.
Yeah.
But in your case, we got to work with the space you're given. So
Yeah.
there's one more over here.
One more spot here. We've got this, I think it's dead. Sounds dead.
I'm not emotionally connected to that.
So we'll get rid of that. And right here, I'm thinking we could do 2 cute little 3x4 beds. And the nice thing about having the garden like this is that it's right in your backyard patio area. You're able to see it all. It's top of mind, very present, and you're actually going to engage.
Yes.
Hopefully.
I
Because
will.
you have 30 days to prove that.
I promise.
So I think I'm pretty happy
You
with
heard
that. So all we have to do now is I think we got like one more bed to build, and then we're gonna start doing some layout and a little bit of groundwork, but it's looking pretty good.
All right.
Great.
Let's get to work. All right, out come the birds of paradise. Seems like a sin, Jacques, a garden sin, but we'll replant these.
Yeah, I mean, these things are like weeds,
Yeah.
so they're gonna survive and they're gonna thrive just fine. So we found a spot for this. I think it'll do just fine. Back in this corner, there's nothing growing here. With these kinds of plants, as long as you give them water, they're very resilient and they should honestly do entirely fine. These are kind of like weeds in San Diego. I've had to remove a few from my property, and I can almost guarantee this will survive.
Good that we have 3x6 because she won't be able to access it from the fence side.
Yeah.
So a 3-foot reach is about the most you'd want if you can't access the other side of the bed. If you can, go for a 4-foot bed because the hand can reach in about 2 feet from each side. So if you can get both sides, 4 feet's good. Otherwise stick with 3 because now, if I'm Tori, I can come here, no problem, and get in there. You know who's here, guys. It's the Garden Boys. And we're here to shovel some serious soil. I think we need to recruit a little bit of help.
I'm back.
The garden girl, Tori. Okay, you got to put in some sweat equity into this garden, Tori. So what we did is we bought bulk soil because when you're filling a lot of beds, typically it's a little bit more cost effective to do it this way. And we're gonna make it easy on us by having the Gorilla wheelbarrow and the 7 cubic foot Gorilla cart. Of course, the Epic Garden Makeover brought to you by Gorilla. We love these carts. We've been using them, Jock, for 4 or 5 years now.
At least.
At
it makes
least.
everything so easy because it's easier to pull. It feels lighter weight. It's just a dream.
This is the real dream, right?
Yeah, show me.
The dump cart comes all the way out.
I love
So
it.
no debris left. You can get all the soil in the bed, pop it back, and if you're in tight corners, which you oftentimes are in a suburban home, check out the turning radius.
Wow.
I wish my car did that.
Look at this. That is absolutely
It's pretty sweet.
crazy. And it holds so much in weight and in volume. So thank you to Gorilla. You can check out all their products in the description. Wheelbarrow, also very good for navigating around tight spaces. And we've never
My favorite.
broken.
I have
a
not
Gorilla
broken it.
Wheelbarrow.
And I get it into the tightest spaces in my car.
Yes, really emphasize that tight there.
Very.
Okay.
All right, let's shovel up, guys.
All right, so we've got all of the beds filled up, but we still have some leftover soil. So Tori asked us to just put it up against the house. And now I get to showcase the full dump of the Gorilla cart. So check this out. So we're gonna come around the house here and you could just see how easy for any terrain, something like this, which is like 6 full inches, I could just pull it right through. No problem. And I'm gonna unload everything right against the wall here. Whew, beautiful. So no shovels needed. If you're ever moving a lot of material, it's really hard to beat the Gorilla cart. Now that we have all the beds filled with the bulk raised bed soil, we're going to top it with something more high quality, has more nutrition, a little bit easier to work with. And for that, we have this Fox Farm raised bed mix. So let's go ahead and top up every single one of these beds. We have enough bags that we should be able to get like 2 inches on each bed. Let's start with this one. We'll do a little planting here. First of all, whenever I remove plants, I always like to kind of like smack the sides of all the cells. And that like loosens them up so that when you pull on the plant itself, it'll just pop right out.
Okay.
So with strawberries, you don't want to bury this, which is called the crown, where it meets the soil. So whenever you're planting it, you basically just want to create a little pocket and just snag it right at the soil level like that. And that's it. We could do them like every foot across. And then for the cucumber, so in here, there's quite a few of them. There's 4.
Okay.
So we don't need 4. But oftentimes what's a good move is basically to plant this as is and then let it sit for like a week. That way, if like a slug eats one of them, you still have 3. If it eats 2, you still have 2. In the end, you don't want all 4 growing out of the same spot. It's too many plants to support one like little area of soil.
Okay. And you know that it's 4, is it because of every little stem that you're looking
Exactly.
at?
So if you look at where they're coming out of the soil here,
Mm-hmm.
that's like an individual, 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 individual. If they were a single plant, they would have branching. But since they're all coming out of the soil like that, they're all counted as a single plant.
Okay.
So another one where we're just going to plop it right into the soil because cucumbers like have sensitive roots.
Okay.
They don't like to be handled too much. So and just kind of like smack it around. And then I'll actually let you do this, but you could go like this. You just flip it into your hand.
Okay.
And it's a very easy way to kind of just separate it without doing much damage. Yep, perfect.
Okay. And I guess there's nothing really similar to the strawberry. You can just pat it in.
Yeah, so most plants can actually tolerate being buried in a little bit, but the strawberries are very sensitive.
Okay.
So we don't want to kill them.
Noted.
And then so I think in this case, let's go ahead and just put these peppers all the way down this back section here.
All right.
And then we'll leave that little spot for the squash in the other bed. After we got these strawberries and cucumbers planted, we filled out the rest of this bed with peppers to take advantage of all the sun it gets. We also interplanted one of my new favorite compact flowers, Linaria. Linaria adds beauty and helps attract pollinators without taking up much space because it really never gets bigger than like 2 to 3 feet. Now that we got one bed fully planted, we moved on to the other full sun bed, which is perfect for fruiting plants like tomatoes. And to keep our garden healthy, we planted marigolds as companion flowers all around the tomatoes because marigolds release a potent compound that repels common garden insects both above and below ground, which confuses pests searching for food, giving her garden some natural pest protection. But no tomato garden is complete without the most delicious tomato companion, basil. Just like the marigolds, we planted them around our tomatoes because basil also offers some pest deterrence due to its strong and delicious aroma. But you can't really have a proper kitchen garden with just one herb. So over in this bed, what we have are 2 thymes, and I want you to smell that one.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That's the lemon thyme, and it's like
I really
so
like
good
that.
on chicken, on potatoes. It's amazing.
I'm gonna be cooking up a storm.
Oh yeah, and then this is the French thyme. It's classic. Also smells delicious. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put both thymes on this side where there's a little bit more sunshine because they are Mediterranean herbs that like the sun.
Okay.
So I think in this case, we're gonna just go ahead and pop one basically like right there. And then I'll put the other one right here.
Okay, so I just tried watering some of the seedlings we brought Tori. Her hose nearly exploded. What I've got is the Gorilla Cart hose reel. We're gonna swap it out so she can water this garden in truly epic fashion. We stole the hose from the front and we're going to attach it this way. Actually, still fine, because there's a 100-foot of hose on the Gorilla hose reel. So we'll have good access, and then at some point in the future, maybe we'll fix that back hose. There we go.
For the final bed, we decided to plant Cosmos, a classic garden flower that will surely brighten up this corner of her yard. And now that all of the beds are planted, we went through and gave each bed a deep initial watering using her new Gorilla hose. Whenever you add a new garden bed, it's really important that you get all the new soil wet to remove any potential dry pockets and to encourage plant roots to go deep. So Tori, we are going to be doing some seed starting here, and I got you this, the Epic Gardening Complete Seed Bundle. So I want you to open that and let's find the sunflower and a zucchini or summer squash, and we'll direct seed those, and then we'll go inside and do some actual seed starting.
Okay.
After Tori got the squash and sunflower seeds sowed, we decided to head inside, and I gave her a full tutorial on starting seeds indoors. Seed starting is one of those activities that could really pull someone into gardening, and I could tell that Tori was quickly locking in on her potential new gardening persona, and I might even have to get her a straw hat. Because like a true gardener, she was totally fine with having her seedlings right on the kitchen counter. We got a grow light set up and programmed the auto timer before I gave her a quick lesson on how to bottom water her seedlings to ensure they stay as healthy as possible. And now that every seed has been sown and every plant has been watered, we pop back outside and walk through the garden bed by bed. This gave her the chance to ask me any remaining questions she might have before we set her out on her own for this 30-day challenge. So in 30 days, we'll have a beautiful tray of seedlings.
Yes.
We'll have much larger plants.
Yep.
And then we'll make some decisions on what we want to plant. And maybe you might even have to add another garden bed if we ran out of space.
I think, yeah. Yeah, let's start with this.
Yeah. All right,
Okay,
30
got it.
days, we'll be back.
Well, it's been about a month, Jacques, since we've been up here at Tori's place, and I don't know about you, but I'm pleasantly surprised.
It looks really good. I'm very impressed.
We need to find Tori and see what she thinks.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Nope.
No. Tori, you've proudly holding your seedlings here.
I am.
You're a month into your very first garden of your life. How did it go?
I think it went really well. I feel like these beds are honestly way better than I actually expected. I have little baby tomatoes. I feel like my sauce is well on its way.
You got, I mean, the tomatoes, these 2 beds in particular, which I think are probably getting the most sun, are looking very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. The seedlings, how did that go for you?
I think it went well, but I guess that I've heard that they're a little shrimpy.
So we basically let her run this for 30 days without giving her any other feedback. At this point, we should have recommended that you fertilize it. So I think they all actually germinated fantastically.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit stunted, and that's just because we never added any extra nutrition.
We had to give her a little bit of a,
Yeah.
a test. And,
But they look
you know,
great
they do look
other
good.
than that.
And you could
Okay.
transplant it. I know some of these other beds are a little more shaded out and some of the germination was sparse.
Yeah.
You could be taking, you know, this lettuce, these flowers, this basil, and just kind of peppering it in these empty spots. Even something like right there, you want another basil? Just
Yeah.
pop it right there, no
Yeah.
problem.
Add more sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, are you gonna become a gardener for life?
I think so. I'm already in. I'm
we got
watering
another
every
one.
morning. Yeah, it's part of my routine.
Love it.
Yeah. I do have like
Absolutely.
a couple
hit
questions.
us.
Obviously the tomatoes are really happy, but I think you
great.
guys mentioned maybe that I should get a trellis of some sort. Do I need this one you said is really tall?
Yeah, so that one's indeterminate. The first 3 over here are bush or determinate. So these, I would go with like a tomato cage, perfectly good solution.
Okay.
The indeterminate, you might need a huge tomato cage or maybe some poles. That one will get bigger, but it'll be
Okay.
a fun experience for you to kind of go down that journey.
Okay, got
You can
it.
see it already is trying to.
Yeah, it's trying to go.
Yeah,
Trying
I
to-
know. Okay. Okay. Easy. And then on this one, the cucumber.
Yes,
This
over here.
vine
Oh,
is
yeah.
super happy. It's going everywhere.
It's
But what do I do with it?
quite
I'm
tall.
just gonna go back here.
So a cucumber's got a tendril, right?
Yeah.
and it's gonna climb and wrap around things, but it has to have something to actually do that with. So since you have the fence here, it's actually a really good spot to like take a little eye hook,
Yeah.
put that in, put some string down, put a stake in the ground, and then it'll just start
grab right on.
climbing right around
Okay.
it. It might even go over the fence.
Or maybe a
Cucumbers
cute
go
trellis
over.
if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah. I want a
something
cute
nice and
trellis
fancy.
for sure. But do you see? Look, there's a little cucumber.
You do have your very first tiny cucumber.
And
How
you have
exciting.
strawberries all throughout here.
I ate one yesterday. It was the best strawberry of my life. So
I mean, come on, guys.
Guys, we've taken Tori on our team, our very own Epic Gardening team, from one raised bed, decrepit,
it was
left in the dust, forgotten about for 2 years, to a 5-bed raised garden. And I have to say, you did a pretty epic job, Tori.
Yeah. Can you give me a score, a rating, a grade?
9.5, 9.5 out of 10.
I agree.
9.5.
Yeah.
9.5.
I'm very impressed.
Because she kept messaging us, like,
Yeah.
what should I do, what should I do? And we were like, why don't you use your gardener's intuition and find out?
I actually stopped asking you guys questions.
You did.
I did.
And it looks
And it
fantastic.
still looks good.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're very proud. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, thanks to Gorilla Cart for sponsoring these installs that we're doing. We'll see you on the next one. Good luck in the garden and keep on growing.
Thank you.